In episode 2 of The Last of Us, we saw Tess's death, and there were some similarities but also a lot of differences from the game to the show version. After the episode aired, the showrunners and co-creators of the show explained a lot more about Tess, including more details about her death and even the character's backstory and origins. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe because I'll have more videos on The Last of Us coming up on my channel throughout the season. In both the game and the show, when Tess, Joel, and Ellie make it to the Capitol building, the Fireflies are all dead. Tess anxiously looks for a clue as to where they were going to take Ellie, while Joel believes they've hit a dead end and should return. Ellie is able to realize that Tess is infected, and the bite is revealed. This is where things start to differ. In the game, the infected don't show up to the building, but instead the Federer soldiers do. Tess convinces Joel to take Ellie and continue on the mission. She stays behind to buy time, and as they leave, she fights off the soldiers as long as she can before being killed. In the show, there's no soldiers that show up, but instead a big group of infected. Just like the game, Joel and Ellie take off and continue on, while Tess stays back. She dumps barrels of gas on the ground, and once the infected arrive, she blows the place up, killing herself and the infected. But before she's able to do that, we get one of the creepiest scenes in the show. One of the infected slowly approaches her and locks lips with Tess as if the infected is kissing her. When I first watched it, I just simply thought he was being calm and not attacking Tess because he sensed that she was infected and therefore she was one of them. But that's actually not the case. The showrunner and co-creator Craig Mazin explained this scene differently. He stated, "Why are infected people violent? If the point is to spread the fungus, why do they need to be violent? We landed on that they don't. They're violent because we resist, but what if you don't? What does it look like if you just stand perfectly still and let them do this to you?" So basically, Tess didn't resist and allowed the fungus to be transferred into her through her mouth. When you fight back, they have to attack you and bite you to get the fungus inside of you. This added scene definitely divided fans, some liking the change and others not so much. I thought it was a cool addition, and I think it's good to change some things up rather than keeping every single detail the exact same, but I could totally understand anyone that did not want this scene included and could have went without seeing it. Along with further explaining her death, they also explained the backstory they had written for Tess. According to Mazin, she had a husband and she had a son, and they were infected, and she had to kill them. She killed her husband, but she could not kill the son. She couldn't do it. She locked him in the basement, where theoretically, he's still a clicker. Druckmann added to this by saying, "We had a cold open where the camera pushed on this door and you just hear the pounding coming from the basement, and then we cut out. Later, Tess would tell the story of how she couldn't kill her son. They wrote this cold open, but never actually shot it because they said it didn't fit with the story. One part of me wishes we saw this. I mean, I liked Tess in the short time we had with her, and her death was sad, but having the additional background would definitely add more weight and emotion to Tess's character and her death. But they also said it was a cold open, so I'm assuming if we got that scene, the scene in Indonesia would have been cut out. And to be honest, I really liked that cold open. I think it fits much better. I like the added information to the start of the infection, and the tone of the cold open was so dark and eerie, it fit perfectly. So overall, I think I'm happy we got that instead. That's it for this video, going over Tess's death and backstory. I'll have more of The Last of Us videos out soon, so be on the lookout, and thanks for watching.